Welcome, everybody. This is your feature interview here on Emory Henry Reports. Again, I'm Daron Vaught, and as promised, a first-year student here at Emory Henry College. With the intent of saving the economics program, I've got with me Preston Ash. Preston, thanks for joining me.
No problem. It's a pleasure being here.
And Preston, I assume that you entered your studies here at Emory Henry College with the intent of becoming an economics major. Is that pretty safe to say?
What happened was I had a friend in high school who gave me a book by Milton Friedman, and ever since then I just had a love for economics, and I knew I would come here doing that. So.
Okay, so before you came to Emory Henry to start your first year, you had visited campus and met with the economics professors and that sort of thing? Actually,
I never actually talked with any of the economics professors. I came during the summer because I wasn't able to make any orientations, but I researched into the department. I asked a lot of questions to people here.
So let's get to the thick of things. What's the problem now?
Well, the problem right now is the economic. Well, it's an economic problem with the school itself. They don't have enough money to get a new professor. So
okay, that's
the issue.
To fill in the position for Dr. Dobkins. She's of course serving an interim position this semester, right?
Right.
Okay.
And also they got rid of Dr. Well, they didn't really get rid of him. He quit last year, Dr. Love, and so it's basically that it's really an awkward phase for the economics department because you have Dr. Dobkins, who's the dean of faculty right now, and they don't have Dr. Love, so they need a new professor to fill that role.
So let's talk about this petition. I know I signed it. I'm in favor of anything that is going to help a student stay here and stay active on the campus of Emory Henry College. What exactly was the wording in the petition, and how did you go about getting it signed?
The wording was basically sign the petition to keep the economics major here, because that's what they're trying to do is eliminate the major here. I just went to a bunch of students. I wanted to make sure the faculty knew that students are aware of the issue, but also that they realize the importance of keeping the department and the major rather.
Great. So you went in with an understanding that, hey, this probably isn't going to itself save the program, but rather raise awareness.
Raise awareness. I think it's safe to say that. 500 students, over 500 students signing it is a really big deal. So, I wouldn't diminish the importance of it, but I think it was really key in driving the importance of keeping the major.
So let's talk about the major. What is the size of the major? How many majors? I guess there are economics minors as well.
Right. I actually don't know the exact figures as to the amount of minors. I definitely know that it's above. It's double figures when it comes to the amount of majors that we have here. So,
okay. And how will the phasing out of the major? How would that affect students who, say, like me, are a senior? Say, if I was an economics major and I had already gone through 3.5 years of economics courses, how's that going to affect someone like that?
Well, I guess it would depend on the scenario. A lot of people want to go to graduate school, and for those who want to go to graduate school, they might present, oh yeah, I came from Emory Henry College, and that graduate school might look back and say, well, they took away the major, and they would assume that academic, it wasn't a stable education because it was taken away.
Oh, okay. So what about a student like yourself? How easy is it to just say, okay, well, I'll pick another major? Obviously, not too easy for you. You like the major that you're trying to pursue.
Right. I came here to study economics, and I'm going to study economics, whether it's here or somewhere else. It's going to be economics. So, I have no choice. But if they take it away, then I would probably have to find another place.
Okay, so this is that big of a deal for you.
It's a huge deal for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So about the petition, getting it signed, how easy did you feel it was to get students to sort of see your side, or either care?
Right. A lot of students were really surprised by it. They were like, "Wait, they're taking away this major," and a lot of them weren't aware of it. So, like I said earlier, I wanted to raise awareness. It was actually relatively easy to talk them through it, the necessity of the major itself. And so a lot of people were on board with signing it. I mean, I obviously had a few people who were just like, there's some people who just said, I don't know enough about economics to sign this. And I said, well, don't sign it then.
Right. Well, that was kind of the position I was in. I was like, well, I don't really know the situation, but I'm not for, ditching a major of any sort. So, Preston, what is the status now? You've had the petition signed. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you've talked with some sort of administrator about this sort of thing. What's the status of the situation now?
Right now they brought it to the faculty and it was tabled. Them actually taking away the major, so that was tabled, and so they're going to find out. They're going to vote on it at another time as to whether or not they're actually going to take it away or sustain it. But right now, the vote to table it was pretty monumental against them taking away the major. So it was, for right now, I think that it's safe to say that the major hopefully will stay.
So what exactly does that mean when they table an issue at one of these meetings?
Somebody can offer to table it, meaning they don't feel like they have enough facts. A lot of people aren't sure as to what they actually want to decide, and so it's basically kind of an interim period where they just kind of put it away for a time.
How long do you think that they'll put this away? Obviously, it's something that probably needs to get taken care of relatively soon.
Right. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. I think, I'm obviously wasn't one of the people who was in that meeting, right. So I don't really know as to when the meetings will be, but hopefully as soon as possible, like you were saying.
So I mentioned your position. What does that mean for you as long as this is tabled? Say, hypothetically, this could be a tabled issue for years. Yeah. What does that mean for someone in your position who wants to major in economics? Does the major stay, or is it gone for that period of time?
The major stays. So until they actually make a decision on it, it'll stay, and I'll be able to take upper level econ courses and continue on with my major. So.
Speaking of which, is there anything else you can do now, or is it where it's been tabled? Is there anything else you feel like you can do at this point?
The momentum of the petition shouldn't die. So I'm going to continue to get as many signatures as possible, and also, talk to as many people as possible. Come on here and talk about it. Just kind of raise an awareness as to, hey, this is happening. I feel like it shouldn't happen. And kind of present that to people.
Well, that's great. We're glad to have you on and let you express that and raise the awareness in Preston. We want to thank you again for joining us.
Thanks, Dan.
Emory and Henry's video specialist, Brent Treesh, has been working with the admissions office. They're putting together a series about the college with individual admissions counselors talking about the benefits of attending Emory and Henry. In this piece, admissions counselor Rachel Preston talks about campus life.